Imagine Sarah, a rising star at a mid-sized tech company in Seattle, juggling flawless presentations, data deep dives, and late-night follow-ups. She's meticulous, helpful, and always the behind-the-scenes mastermind. Yet when the leadership promotion opens, Sarah's name isn't even whispered. Why? The habits that made her invaluable are now invisible barriers. What if the very skills that fuel your climb could actually stall your ascent? Let's unravel that mystery. You think hustling, over-delivering, and staying in the details are your ticket forward. But here's the catch. These habits, while brilliant early on, morph into traps as you reach higher. Sally Helgesen tells the story of Jan, a finance lead in New York who mastered every report, caught every error, and stayed late every day. Yet, when a VP role opened, she was passed over for a flashier presenter. Jan's deep dive into the details ironically made her invisible to decision-makers who wanted vision, not spreadsheets. Think of helpfulness like a flashlight in a dark room, great for pointing out problems but sometimes blinding the person holding it. Women often become the team's fixers, the go-to for everyone's problems, which earns gratitude but not necessarily leadership recognition. This inadvertent role shifts you from a captain to a caretaker, which leadership teams tend not to promote. In many workplaces, modesty feels like humility, but here's the twist. When you don't claim your wins, you're actually erasing your value. Taking credit isn't bragging, it's owning your impact. Women's discomfort with self-promotion leads to invisibility syndrome, where hard work is seen but authorship is. Once Jan learned to own her narrative, doors started opening. If you're still clutching every task, convinced you're the only one who can nail it, you're setting a ceiling on your own career. The secret: master the art of delegate, not abdicate, and unlock your time for what actually moves you up. Marshall Goldsmith relates a moment with Anne, a marketing director in Chicago. She obsessed over campaign details like a maestro, rarely handing over tasks. When she finally delegated the smaller stuff to a junior, not only did her team grow more confident, but Anne's focus shifted. She started scaling strategy instead of babysitting emails, and soon that shift was noticed by the C-suite. Think of delegation like a relay race, baton pass. If you hold the baton too long, you run out of steam. If you pass it too soon, your team stumbles. Smart delegation balances trust with oversight, enabling the team to grow and freeing you to sprint those critical leadership miles, changing your role from doer to leader. Your calendar isn't just busy, it's your most prized leadership asset. Saying yes to every request is like spending your dollars on groceries when you should be investing in stocks. Learning to guard your time fiercely pays off with more strategic wins, and as Sally notes, builds a reputation as someone who leads forward, not just executes. Playing small never wins. If you're shy about credit, slow to speak up, or uneasy networking beyond friendly circles, you're shrinking your own power. The bold know that influence is a muscle when you have to flex with intention. Sally shares Lisa's story, an engineer from San Francisco who used to deflect praise to her team constantly. She feared looking arrogant, but it left her work invisible to higher-ups. After coaching, Lisa started explicitly connecting her contributions to outcomes. Suddenly, her name was known across departments, and offers came to join strategic projects that were previously out of reach. Networking isn't just exchanging business cards at cocktail parties, it's knowing how to activate those connections when it counts. Think of your network like a power grid. You build connections lines, but you must switch on the right circuits at the right time to get energy flowing where you want it. This shift transforms casual contacts into career elevators. Speaking up early in meetings, sharing bold ideas, even risky ones, is how you signal you belong in the room. Women often hesitate for fear of making mistakes, but leadership isn't about perfection, it's about presence. Calling on your voice consistently rewires others' expectations and propels you from participant to decision maker. Remember Sarah from the start? Her detail-driven hustle had her invisible to the leaders she wanted to impress. But once she learned to delegate, claim credit, and speak up, her name was the one in the promotion whispers. Here's your shot tomorrow. Try delegating just one task you usually guard. Watch how the shift frees you to lead bigger. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.